I'm a medical herbalist, so I've been practicing 25 years and specialised in Lyme disease and women's health. And in my clinic at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of people with diagnosis with ADHD, a lot of mothers worrying about their children. I see a lot of children. And the more I explored supporting people with ADHD, the more I take a holistic approach and look at the whole person, not just the label or the symptoms, and look at herbs that how they can nourish and support people. It's not that's the cause, it's always lots of things. And what we try and do holistically is try and reduce. So if you can reduce using a phone a few hours a week, and if you can reduce this or increase that or turn that up, or then suddenly all the symptoms and your emotional well-being improves.
My work has been based on the idea that we can unlearn pathologization. Yeah, but it's very tough because a lot of people are just trying to learn the label, and I'm not looking to take that off people. I'm just trying to advance the idea that there's more to us than one single issue. That we don't live single issue lives. Yeah? No one is made up of one single struggle, because not one of us in this room has one single struggle in our life. We can do a lot to make sure we take people with us on the journey, or we can create tribes because we're in pain. But I do believe that we're all neurodiverse, all of us. And frankly, honestly, I think it would be a shame if we weren't, right? Young black men on ADHD will show up often in prisons, and it's really why I still think it's very much a Eurocentric conversation that's deeply steeped in class. If we were to look at people, perhaps they're not neurodivergent. They're not anything other than coming from communities that speak differently, feel differently, are asked to demonstrate their learning differently, and welcomed differently. Maybe we just don't have to pathologize that all the time. And if we could do that to all people, do we need to really have a label like disorder?
The idea with the serotonin, if 80% or 90% is made in the gut, then whilst having these conversations, could we also be talking about how to support the gut health? How do we improve the neurotransmitters? What plants, what herbs can we use to also support those? So serotonin would be regulating mood, sleep and digestion, while dopamine would be that pleasure, motivation and more of a to do with cognitive function. What is neurodiversity mimicking? Is it your neurodiversity, or is it an iron deficiency? You could have it as a tea, a tincture, in a soup. Nettle pesto is my favourite. We'll be doing that in a few weeks. All sorts of ways you can have that. This isn't speed or amphetamines. This is increasing the circulation, so it will have a different effect. It's not working in the drug model, but that's not to say it wouldn't support that individual, because that individual may need a circulatory stimulant. And acetylcholine is also a part of the neurotransmitter between the gut-brain connection. That's why a lot of the herbs, like from the mint family, which I talk a lot about, are directly communicating with the gut-brain connection through the digestive tract. And that's why teas or capsules that are dissolved in the stomach can be really helpful.
Labels, I think, are deeply liberating for a lot of reasons, because they're quite hard to get for some people. It's attached to poverty, it's attached to class, it is attached to race, and it's attached to definitions of what it means to be a human, what it means to be educated, what it means to be socially accepted as a person.